is as a KPR mentorship program, a book about 8 strategies to help you excel in your exams. First quote, Paul Bell Brandt. Success is not about the willingness to win. Everyone has that. It's the willingness to prepare to win that matters. Introduction. The topic. The difference in students' performance begins with their preparation. The variation in students' grades stems from their level of preparedness. It's quite simple. If you don't know how to prepare for your exam, you will consistently be a candidate for losing marks in your test. Your preparation time is your winning time. Knowing what to do to set yourself up for your exam makes a significant difference in your academic success. Unfortunately, we have been taught how to answer questions in school, but no one teaches us how to prepare effectively to answer questions. Regardless of how well a boxer is doing, ceasing to prepare and practice for the upcoming match sets them up for failure. Similarly, if you aspire to succeed, it is impossible without adequate preparation for your exams. In life, there is a principle called the winning edge. This principle states that a slight difference in ability can make a significant difference in results. What does this mean? If you excel even slightly in a crucial area of your studies, it can translate to an increase in your grades. You might be on the verge of a breakthrough in your academic journey, and at this point, it involves learning and practicing something new and different, just as you did before. In horse racing, the horse that wins by just a nose receives 10 times more rewards than the second place horse, even if the difference is just a nose or a few inches. Similarly, what can set people apart in the academic success is not an extensive preparation, but the small yet knowledgeable efforts. The good news is that today you're going to learn the secrets that will transform the landscape of your academic life. Those who have excelled in the exam with high scores have utilized the 8 principles. I have personally used and taught these principles, and those who have followed them have returned to confirm they work. You can enroll to become one of the top students who excel in the exams by learning these 8 powerful strategies. Strategy 1. Reading strategy. Understand your reading abilities and follow them. Don't be afraid of people trying to intimidate you with their reading styles. Second quote, Paul Brandt. The way you organize your study materials and agenda plays a crucial role in aiding your exam success. I begin by stating that the reading strategy should be different as you approach exams compared to when you're far from the exam period. In this point, it is essential to understand that if you're studying without your own study schedule, that is a significant reason for lagging behind in academic performance. I recommend that before you proceed to the next session, sit down and use secrets you will find in this point to create your own study. The secret to having a reading strategy or schedule is to give yourself discipline and a well-thought-out plan that will help you manage your time in your studies. Furthermore, this will help you to be attentive. If you haven't had your schedule before, you should have it now. The reading strategy involves the following. A. What to read. Use your course guide and prepare a list of things you need to understand before sitting for your exam. You need to make decisions on the book and notes you need to read as part of your strategy. Every time you successfully finish a chapter you have listed, have a way to mark it to signify that you have read it. You need to prepare guide notes as you read because this will be useful notes for revision before entering the exam room. Self-prepared notes have a strong power to stimulate memory and enhance understanding more than using someone else's notes. B. When to read. One part of passing an exam is knowing the right time for you, which is the time when you can understand better than any other time. We call it your best active time. One challenge I faced when I joined Baha Secondary School was seeing people waking up at night and studying until morning. In trying to emulate what others were doing, I discovered that their study style did not suit me. Because of that, I decided to go back to my own way of studying, where I used to study until late at night, then sleep until morning, and often I would find time to rest during the day or evening. In any case, you must be aware of your strengths and follow them, and do not be afraid of people trying to intimidate you with their reading styles. C. Where to read. The reading environment is another factor that can increase or decrease your efficiency and proficiency in your studies. Each one has their own environment, which makes it easy to understand many things you have read and helps you have the strength to read for a long period without getting tired. When I was in my second year at the University of Dar es Salaam, we were scheduled to take the exam in the university library. When I entered the library, the person in charge stopped me and asked, "Why are you trying to enter from where you came from?" I replied that I didn't know because there was no sign indicating this is where they came from. He told me, all students know how it works. Why don't you know? Which year are you in? I told him I'm in my second year and I've never come to the library to study before. He replied in surprise, this is new. And indeed, it was new, not only for him but for anyone who hears this. But the truth of this is due to my study environment. At that time, I used to study in my room while listening to slow music. More importantly, I like to take a break every 40 minutes, and this will be a disturbance if I study in the library. I don't know what scenery is good for you to study, but each of us has our own environment. If you know and use, will increase your ability to understand. Although this may not work for everyone, it is very good. It is based on research conducted by George Lozanov on the study environment. In his research, he found that the best time to study when your right and left brains work together. Normally, the brain works at a rate of 14 beats per second. If you can calm or meditating, the brain works at a rate of 8 to 13 beats per second. When you are calm, it is a good time for you to study. Lozanov found that if a person stays calm with the information available while slow music is played behind them, the right and left brain work together and the whole process of reading goes very fast. In 1979, Lozanov was able to teach a special class of new words, 3,000 words equivalent to speaking a foreign language in 1 day. 6 months later, students were able to remember 60% of what they were taught, compared to the normal memorization rate of 10%. Who to read with? That's D. It is common to find ourselves studying with people. Due to experience, the friends we study with are the ones who we have, not because of our choice. But what is important here is to know that anyone we decide to associate with has the ability to influence our academics either for good or for bad. In this book, The Slight Edge, Jeff Osman said, the average of 6 people we are close to. This theory has worked in many institutions and worked even in academics. You can take the average of your 6 friends and examine yourself. You will be amazed at the results and discover that is how you are. The impact of people we associate with in our daily studies is also explained in the 6th strategy about discussion groups. That is the end of strategy 1.